I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, West Ottawa. I'm Joe Pierce.
And I'm Cassie.
We've got a great show for you this morning.
Wobn starts now.
Any baseball players who missed the informational meeting about the upcoming season, stop by Mr. Nauber's room to get filled in. The forensic team is getting ready to begin its season. Students who are interested in joining the forensics performance team should plan to attend the first forensics meeting on Tuesday, February 17 from 3:15 to 4 in Mr. Foley's classroom, across from the LGI room.
This year, the forensics team will be bringing the children's book, Geronimo Stilton, to life on stage. Also, the forensics team will be creating and performing a bilingual performance for elementary students. The forensics performance team will present If You Give a Mouse a Cookie and If You Take a Moose to School in English and Spanish.
This Thursday is the swim and dive team's senior night. There will also be a small Purple Power fundraiser, so be sure to be there.
WO's Purple Power basketball games are this Friday. Boys play at 6 and girls play at 8. Come out and support your Panthers and help us raise money for cancer research.
Don't forget to buy some carnations for that special someone.
Sales for delivery on the Friday before Valentine's Day will finish tomorrow during lunch. Single flowers are $2 and 3 flowers are $5.
Any student interested in applying to the Tech Center for next year must have their online application submitted and a copy to their counselor no later than this Friday, February 13th. If you do not know how to apply, please check the reception desk at the South Building and the office for directions on how to apply.
Christian made a quick commercial to get us excited for Dance Marathon.
Check it out.
I'm lightning on my feet, and that's what they don't see. That's what they don't see. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. You got to shake it off, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off.
Take your Valentine to a show with heart. Now, That's Amore, the WOHS winter comedy, Scapino, runs this weekend only. Tickets are just $8 and all seats are reserved. Performances are February 13th and 14th at 7:30 p.m. and February 15th at 2:30 p.m. You can get your tickets online at www.seatyourself.biz/West Ottawa. So, Cassie, have you heard about that great video that 2 of our senior IB students made?
I've heard a little bit about it. I know it's about WO love, but let's check it out.
My name is Esther Osborne. You might know me from school. Maybe you've seen me in the halls or on the soccer fields. But maybe you don't know my story. Here's my story. I was born in Ethiopia. My parents died when I was 5 or 6, I can't remember exactly. Then I moved into a place called Yazalalamint, or YZM for short. It was what you might call an orphanage. Because I had a place to live, I was able to get an education. Then one day I was given a ticket out. My brothers and I were adopted by an American family, the Osbornes. We made it out, but many of our peers did not. After we left, some new rules were put in place and the live-in orphanage was closed. No longer could YZM take in kids and provide them a place to live. YZM still helps, but now they have to live on their own in what they call child-headed families. These are kids just like you and me, except in different circumstances. They have to pay their own rent and manage their own households. Today, there are 38 kids in my hometown who are in this situation. No longer could they live at the live-in orphanage at YZM, so instead they live in shacks like these. But even these shacks cost money, more money than they can afford. Because they have no parents, they have to pay their own rent, and to pay their own rent means they have to work, and to work means they can never go to school. What would you do if your parents were suddenly gone? What would you do if you had to work to pay rent and that meant you could never get an education? In Ethiopia, an education is a chance for a future, a chance for a better life. With an education, life in Ethiopia is tough. Without an education, it is nearly impossible. So I thought, what if we could help them? Do you know how much it would cost? About $20 per month for rent and a whole $25 for a full year of tuition. So I did some math using my education, and I thought of the good people I know, the good people who do care, the good people who could imagine how tough life would be if their parents were dead. Then my friend Aurora and I went to a child welfare organization named Bethany Christian Services and asked if they would help us, and they said yes. So here is our plan. We want to help all 38 kids go back to school. We want to raise enough money so they could all go to school. The math says we need to raise $9,000, so that's what we're gonna do. Starting at our own school, Westarwa High School. We have 2,326 students. If everyone could give at least $1, we would be off to a great start. Then we would go to local businesses, organizations, and individuals and say to them, hey, look at what the high school kids who have no money were able to raise. Could you help us? And soon we will be able to reach our goal of $9,000. And soon 38 kids could go back to school. In this spring break, Aurora and I are going to Ethiopia, and I'm going to look right into their eyes and tell them about you, about kids at a place called Westarwa High School who started it all, peers on the other side of the world who cared, and they are going to feel loved.
Bye, guys.